So in this problem, we have a circle and we have a quadrilateral that's inscribed in a circle. And it's just labeled A, B, C, D. And we're told that the diameter of the circle is 10. So I'm just going to draw a different line here. It doesn't have to necessarily, the A and C connection doesn't have to be necessarily the diameter. So the diameter is 10. And the quantity A here is the area of this quadrilateral, and quantity B is 40. So with these types of problems, I like to think in terms of extremes, meaning what's the least possible area I could make for the quadrilateral, and what's the maximum, because I want to make sure that how that number compares to that. It's possible that the maximum area of a quadrilateral here may be less than 40. In that case, the quantity B would be bigger, but I need to compute it. So let's think in one extreme, which is when this is as small as possible, and I can keep these points really close, and I can form like a thin sliver. And you can imagine I can bring these points D and B as close as possible and make it a really thin sliver. So I know that I can definitely make this less than 40. So I have a case where quantity B is bigger. Now I have to think of the other extreme, is what's the maximum I could make that area. So I'm going to redraw this, and that would be the case when this quadrilateral is a square that's inscribed. So, and here the diameter of the circle would be the same as the diagonal. So this would be 10, and I can use the ratio properties here of the right isosceles triangle, because this is 45 degrees. So if this is x, this is x, this would be x root 2, and which means that x root 2 is 10, or the side of the square is 10 over root 2, which means that the area, and I'm going to call this the max area, would be x squared, or this times itself, 10 over root 2 times 10 over root 2. And that becomes 100 over 2, which is 50. So we can see that the maximum area is 50, which means that quantity A could be greater than 40. So in this case, I don't have enough information whether quantity A or B is greater, and the correct answer is D.